Hello and welcome for this presentation of Rift into Prophecy, aka RIP, a tactical MMORPG set in colonial space-time and built with GME3. My name is Simon Bedar, I'm the one who initiated the project, and I'm also the only programmer so far. And I'm here to present you the project and invite you to join us if you're interested. All the information you need to know will be sent on the forum. I'll put the link in the description down below. And I will also put my email address so you can join me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. The first step we're going to take is into the map editor. It's more like a combat map editor than anything else, but you'll see why. So first thing first, I want to define the size of my little map and where I want it. So all I have to do is make a left click and second time a right click to define, well, this is the map I want to build. I also need to give it a height, which will be 1 in that case. You'll see later on why. And I'm gonna also call it center because it's in the center of the map. So I create the map and ta-da! If I had put it at 0, for example, this is what it would look like, but this is not very clear and it's not very, it's not efficient. So let it at 1. The next thing we want to do is to move that little thing a little bit on the side so it would fit better. And I got all those options for that. So all I have to do is 2 little click here, 1 click here, and ta-da! It fit way much better. The only problem is now I got this line is a little bit offset, so I'm going to need to remove it. I can add and remove line quite easily, and this show where it will appear. So if I was to click there, I could add 2, but I'm going to remove 3 and everything will fit better now. The next step is to try to make some tiles disable so the player won't be able to move in them because it wouldn't be logic to pass through that thing. The only problem is it's not very clear when I select one. I mean, I can try to, and I can actually make them disable, but it's not very clear. You can barely see it. This is where the deep visual option came in. So now I can easily see all I want and all I need. So I can easily select all of them, set them enable, and set them solid occupied. That way, well, nobody will be able to pass through them. The next step we're going to take is to make the sides unavailable. So for that, I won't select them one by one. I'm going to use these little options, line X and line Y. And that way, I'm going to be able to make everything on the side unavailable. Like just those little clicks. Our next step we're going to take is into the layout section. The layout allows the map editor to put different layout on the map, of course, and those layouts are used to put object, traps, starting position, so that when the players start a combat, it will randomly select one of the layout available, and the player will be able to find on that layout. So we're gonna create one and call it layout simply, and we're gonna start to work on it. So we're gonna select couple of space that way. If we want to get fancy, we could also make a little thing like that, and we're gonna give them to the team 0, which is the attacking team. And when I click on confirm, well, now this part of the map will be where the team 0 will be able to place itself. I'm gonna do the same on the other side, so both teams will have starting position. And I'm gonna give it to team 1, which is the defender team, and ta-da! So the map is pretty much finished. So the last step we're gonna take is into the actual game. I can start 2 entities because this is an MMORPG, so you need to see in both screen what is going on. So this is a player, as you can see, move right here, and if I move it up here, you can also see him. If I change the screen, I can also move that guy, and I can see it on both screens because they are both connected. I could use two computers. This will be easier to show you everything with only one. So yeah, the server our start, we have one TCP, one UDP. If you don't know what this is no problem. But just understand, for those who know what I'm talking about, that the game uses both at their best way. Meaning that the combat server, it is a TCP server, so it's more reliable, and the UDP server is mostly the world server because it's lighter. So anyway, let's get the combat started, because this is the biggest part of the game so far. So you can see the little map we built earlier. We can see we have 3 players, like displayed in the top right corner. I can move those players around the map. I cannot click on the enemy side. I can change character, and I can select them. I can do the same with the other team. Can move them around and do everything. I'm gonna put that guy right here. Okay. So when this is gonna be over, combat's gonna start. That's it. So first thing first, you can see that under the enemy player there is a little gray thing. That means you're not able to pass through enemies, but you're able to pass through allies. So if I take the movement path, I can move around that way, but I cannot pass through the player the same way I cannot pass to the center of the map. I can though pass, inside an ally player. This is a changing of turn. You can see in blue which player is at the turn of, if it is in your team. So you can move around. The pathfinding worked pretty well. And I can move around and do stuff, and I cannot pass through enemies, but for the rest I'm able to move. If I select that guy and go near that one, I can also attack him, because the spell function actually works. If I attack him, you can see the damage right here and the element of that damage. If I was to attack him with multiple elements, it would show up right here. You can also see on the other screen the number of HP that player lost. For the moment, he's on 44 on 100, so we took quite a lot of damage. So yeah, now I'm gonna play as the other player, like just move around and kick that guy in the face repeatedly. You can also see that some stats consume movement point, and all of them consume action point. So if I make a spell, it consumes action point. I cannot see right here which one of my guys is being hurt. That will be implemented later. But yeah, if I was also to kill an enemy, like I'm moving right here, I use that spell. It showed me the range, which is quite huge. I can attack him, and if I kill him on the other side, you can see a little skull over its face, meaning that that guy is dead. I can also pass my turn by clicking that button, and it's the turn of the other player. Can change it again, and it actually worked. So if I was to kill an entire team, you'll see the only problem so far is that the after match is not yet implemented. So if I was to kill everybody, you would see little skulls everywhere, but yeah, it's not finished yet. But still have a lot of options. The spells are drag and drop. All the information is shown in real time. This thing also allows you to select other options that ain't available for the moment, but it works. If I'm getting out of the site, it just get down, and yeah, I can select them and change everything. So in conclusion, this is where the project is so far. As I told you at the beginning of the video, if you want to join us, if there is something that interests you in the project, you can easily join in. As I said, all the information are on the forum. The story behind the game, the gameplay we want to implement, because for the moment there is no effect yet, there is no nothing yet, and it's all to be built. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. My name was Simon Bedard. It's been a pleasure, and I hope I'll see you soon.